Hi everybody. So this is the next installment of videos of my experiences with animals, and today's is a tough one. I've had special permission from Holly and Denise. This beautiful dog was called Boss. I don't normally mention names, but they've given me permission because it really was quite a mind-blowing reading, and I'm going to try and do it without crying. So a Boss dog had come to the end of his life and was preparing to transition, and Holly and her family had decided to help him along. But I spoke to him a few days before and asked all the questions that the family wanted to ask. But there are some things which I've made a note of, which I'd like to share with you today with their permission, because I know that many of you out there have animals that are elderly and perhaps are coming to a time where you are wondering about how they feel about transitioning, and you're wondering yourself how you feel about them transitioning. And I would like to share with you some of the things that Boss Dog shared with me, so that you can understand that animals have a very, very different view of transitioning. I'm going to get through this without crying, but really it's amazing. So one of the questions, amongst others, was to ask Boss if he understood that his guardians were going to help him transition. It was very important for them, for him to know that he was going to be helped along. And there obviously is a lot of history behind why they took that decision. He answers, yes, he does understand. And he tells me he understands and trusts that you know what is right. He tells me he knows his time with you is coming to an end, and describes his time with you as quite a ride. He says we must all remember that things naturally come to an end, and it is this end that sometimes helps us to see how much value there is in seemingly everyday things. For him, everyday things to you, like coming home, for example, are exceedingly exciting for him. The sound of someone's voice calling him outside and how it makes him feel. The smell of his favorite food or treat. They might seem like small things, but in reality they were huge things, very huge things to him. They made him feel special, wanted, and needed. He's not afraid of what's next. Not afraid of what's next. His only concern is for you, as he physically feels the sadness and dread coming off you all. He wishes he had the strength to reach out and comfort you, like all the times you've comforted him. He wants you to see what he sees. He wants you to see how he sees you. The love in your hearts, the love in your hands, the security he feels when he's with you, the comfort he feels from your presence. He knows that you're struggling with your decision. He knows. But it's okay. He's ready to go. His heart is so full of love, and he again reminds me of all the happy memories that he's carrying. Throughout the conversation, he mentions quite a few little memories, so that's what he's referring to there. One of the things they asked me to tell him was, and if you can let him know so many people love him, that he is so loved and appreciated. It was an honor, he replies almost immediately, and he shows me an image of himself sitting upright, a small group of people behind him. He's proud of his humans. He's proud of the life they've all built around each other, proud of the relationship they have and the obstacles they've overcome. And he ended off with this. Be at peace, my family. I'm only leaving my physical body, but I'll be back soon in my spiritual body. You'll see me out the corner of your eye, or hear me in the next room, or even smell me. You'll know my smell. I'm sure of it. I'll be back. Please try to be strong, because I'm going to need you through this. I'm going to need to see your love, your deep connection with me, your strength, not your sadness. Be strong for me. And that was incredible, because not only did he show all this incredible courage and understanding of what was happening, he needed to leave sensing his people's love around him. And I know that's incredibly hard. As you know, I've lost an animal recently. And it's incredibly hard in those final moments to show love, and, you know, because your heart is breaking and you're almost panicking. But that animal needs to feel that love. That animal needs to feel that love from you in those last moments. And if it takes you just a couple of minutes to put that heartbreak to one side and just keep repeating how much you love that animal and send them on their way with that love, it's an incredible thing. It was an honor to talk to this dog. He was really quite incredible, and I cried when I'd finished the communication session, and I lit a candle for him on the day that he was helped along on his journey. And Denise and Holly were kind enough to let me know how things went. And I think sometimes it just helps us to know that animals see things differently. They see a much bigger picture than we do. They see a much bigger, they have a much bigger and fuller understanding of why things need to happen the way that they do. And my hope through this video and through Boss's words, that it will help those of you who are perhaps in a similar situation or coming up to a similar situation, that might help you in some way make that decision, and also know what it is that you need to do for that animal in those last moments. So a bit of a serious one today, but he did have some incredible words, and the family were also of the opinion that if he can help others even from the Rainbow Bridge, then then so be it. So thank you, Boss. And yeah, we'll see you again in the next video soon. Bye for now.